So guys, it's getting kind of late. It's 5 o'clock. Well, kind of late. It's getting kind of dark because it's winter almost. And coming home, helped my brother today. We were working on a install. I was helping him cut holes in the ceiling, getting the boots and the grills mounted up. We put our boot and plaster frame down, screw the grill up through the plaster frame, helping him get the air handler. It's a Payne air handler up in the attic. Originally the job was mine, but I had to pass it on to my father because of some of the stuff's going on. I no longer can do long installs, multiple day installs, stuff like that, because there's too much stuff going on right now as far as stuff around the house. And I'm trying to take the business into more service only, which I realize there's going to be some installs too. I just can't avoid it, which is not bad. I mean, one day installs aren't too bad, like change outs. But I want to do mainly service. Just easier for me, and it's what I love to do, so it's all around win. But I had a job. This job was going to be like a 4-day job, and there's no way I could have done it. And the lady asked me twice, and I told her the first time I couldn't do it, and she asked me again, and I was about to do it, and I thought about it, and decided to pass it on, because, you know, my father, he's going to do as good a job as me on the installs, and I'm helping out as well, you know, so I'm going to help him on a day or two of the job. As much time as I can spend down there. And they're doing a 2-ton Payne split system, heat pump, and a split, I'm going to guess either Quiet Side or Samsung heat pump mini split. So I'm going to help them with some of that stuff. I can't stay down there the whole time because I do have a lot of calls now. I went through my lead list over the weekend. We made a bunch of calls, me and my wife, a bunch of texting, and drummed up some jobs, and now I'm going to go do those jobs. So tomorrow I'll be changing out a thermal zone heat pump, or I'll be putting in a thermal zone heat pump for an old Rheem. The guy had his evaporator coil changed out less than a year ago, so it's brand new. And he didn't want to go through the expense of changing out the whole system, which I can understand because his evaporator is brand new. So I'm going to change out for a dry charge thermal zone heat pump. The train's coming! Hold on, guys. Sorry, I'm like a child around stuff like that. It's like, ooh, train, or need a plane, you know. I'm a very simple person. Simple people are happy. Intelligent people who know everything are miserable. It's in the Bible. Ecclesiastes. So, I'm going to install a new dry charge heat pump. It has PoE, so I can use 407C, and that's what I'm going to do. So he'll have a nice 407C system. Several service calls. I have a gas pack that he said the fan's not working, and it's a blower motor that I had changed in the past, but he had some work to do, and for some reason, and I know that there was something that had to be changed before wintertime, and I told him. I do not remember what it is, so it's going to be a little bit of a reminder going out there. I remember there's something we had to do before winter, and I told him, and he said, the homeowner said, I'll take care of it. And he told me on the phone that he remembers that, and he knows one thing, he did not take care of it yet. So, we'll figure out what that is. Gonna do some PMs later on in the week, Friday and Saturday. Since my wife is having surgery next Monday and Tuesday, I'm gonna work Thursday or Friday and Saturday after Thanksgiving to sort of compensate for that. So, do a little bit of work, not ball busting work, you know. We gotta try to find a refrigerant leak on a system where we did on the Pro channel, we did the EEV stepper motor replacement and EEV control board replacement. That same unit was low in refrigerant. We're gonna go back and try to figure out why that is, see where it's leaking from. And that's about it. But that's what's going on here in Town and Country Land. So tomorrow, we're going to go to United Refrigeration and buy that unit in the morning, paying cash for that unit. I like paying cash for stuff whenever I can. Just better off knowing it's just paid for. There's nothing coming on the back end. It's not always possible. I have accounts in a few different places. But actually, United, I don't have an account at all. I just go in and I buy some Thermal Zone stuff. I just pay cash for it. I'm not always lucky enough to pay cash, and sometimes I got to do a little bit of this number, you know, which is, had to pick up a few checks today to make sure it goes smoothly tomorrow. Also had to work, which is the trouble. I was lucky enough to have somebody drop their check off to my job site, which never happens. But I'll take you guys along for the ride. Perhaps tomorrow we can get some footage of the change out for the Thermal Zone. Guys, it's a little dark. If you could see that it's about 6:30 now. I just stopped and got some gas in the truck. I had to pick up some groceries for tomorrow morning. The kids are out of waffles and we need some more stuff for dinner tonight. Oh, there's a little bit of a light. Oh, it's gone. Driving through town now to go to the post office. Last stop of the night, and I'll be heading back home for good, hopefully. So, ready to tune into Monday Night Raw, baby. So, awesome. Alright guys, I gotta stop by the post office. Like I said, that's our last stop, and then I should be home free. Whoa. Okay. On the way home now. There's our little majestic row of stores, small town like. All those packages were not, they weren't, well, none of them were mine. All those packages were from my wife. She buys and sells stuff online because she has to work from home. So she wants to do her part for the family. She gets upset a lot because she can't drive and go get a job and help the family out. And she thinks she's putting a lot of stress on me, although I kind of like it. She's home with the kids. But that's just me. I'm kind of old-fashioned that way. But that's all for today, guys. Another day in the books. Monday before Thanksgiving. See y'all on the next one. Well, guys, it's the next day. Today presents a different challenge. I had a few service calls come in because of the cold weather snap. It was below freezing here last night. So I have a few service calls to do, and I'm installing that heat pump today as well. And as you can see from the corner up there, we have a truck issue. So the truck has a check engine light on. I do believe the truck needs to be, the plugs need to be changed on the truck. It needs to be tuned up. Because I'm pretty sure I felt it miss a couple times while it was driving. I didn't have any blinking check engine light, but you know, y'all have felt it before where you have a little shutter and you feel like the truck is missing. That's what I felt like it was doing anyway. So I just need a day I can take it to the mechanic and leave it, which is a whole nother issue. So finding time for a single truck to get off the road is kind of hard to do, but my wife's surgery date might be the perfect day for that. So I'm gonna check the oil up here, make sure we're squared away as far as that's concerned. I think it burns a little bit of oil as well. And then I'm going to head on into town and get my stuff for the job today. Got a couple calls after that, and an atypical issue. I have to be able to pick up the Thanksgiving turkey from Billy's Pork and Beef by 7 o'clock tonight. So that is our special challenge for today. Complete 3 calls, one of them being an install, and get to Billy's Pork and Beef in time to pick up the Thanksgiving turkey, because my wife cooks it for her side of the family. Then that night we go to my side of the family. So we'll see what happens. I'm coming up here to change, or not change the oil, but check the oil, and we'll move on from there, guys. Paper airplane, I'm headed for the coast. Headed for the you can see that, guys, but it's a little bit low there. I'll put a quart of oil in there. I think I carried one in the back of the truck. I'm gonna bathe in the light. We'll give her a quart and see if that helps out a little bit. In the corner of the smile, the one that used to be. Get toasty. The one that is so close to me. It used to be mine on the key. I used to love the door. Take a peek inside the crack. Fast the drawback. And this was the thing that it was everything. Ooh. Like cocktail. Start of another day. I can't wait dance for the first time. A little insight into people that own their own businesses. It's not all glorious wads of money. Making money handed over fist. There's a lot of obstacles, a lot of things you run into on a daily basis that for those who work for other people, it's not their responsibility, but once you work for yourself, you gotta do all the work. You got all that responsibility too. So it's a special situation that is very rewarding and very taxing at the same time. Sometimes literally taxing, which is another issue altogether. Let's go. So now I'm outside of United Refrigeration. I have my unit in the back there. I don't know if you can see it, probably not. My father called me, said he had a check for me for working with him and my brother the other day. So all right, great, I'll be here. He said I'll be here in 15 minutes. As I look out into the great blue yonder out there, down the streets Carrier and Johnstone, I can see that it's been over 30 minutes now. And my dad's estimation of time has never changed. It has always been poor at best. Of course, when I have a turkey and 3 service calls to do, one of which being install, it gets kind of dicey when you have to wait an extra 30 minutes. I want the money, but I actually can't wait much longer, so it's kind of conflicting. But hopefully he'll be here in just a minute. It didn't stop for breakfast or something. Guys, we got our old Rheem unit here, has a leaky coil, a rusted out accumulator, and a bad service technician previously. So we're going to rip this thing out. I'm going to pump everything down into this unit. We're going to go get that thermal zone off the truck that I picked up this morning and set it in place here and make it a 407C system. Take much. Keep everything clean. There. Make sure we have no load. Ooh. That scared the crap out of me. A little burst of refrigerant pressure from, I guess it was from one of these lines. Keep this to see how it was wired as a souvenir, just so we make sure we match everything back up. Contactor, 24 volts. Let's see. Actually, we'll see, because sometimes I gotta remind myself on the range. Color brown. And we have a blue with a reversing valve. So we energize and heat instead of cooling. That's why when you pump it down, we let voltage off. Guys, we have the unit sitting in place. As you see, the compressor unit is pre-charged with POE oil, so we can use 407C. We have our connections there. I'm going to make a bend, get that connection here. We got our dryer fitted up right there, and we should be well on our way. see. Guys, I got everything fitted up. I need to get those valves wrapped and get the nitrogen flowing so I can braze those joints and we can pressure check. Guys, we're going to braze with nitrogen here, and what we need to do is take the valve cores out of each side. As you can see right there, the valve cores taken out. The opposite side, the same thing's been done. Took the service caps off. I'm going to wrap the valves. What I'm going to do is take my nitrogen, turn down the flow till it's very, very low, just barely a trickle going through there. Start blowing it in one side and letting it go out the other side there while I'm brazing. That'll keep the pipes clean, and it's good to do it whenever you can. I'm not going to tell you I do it every time because sometimes it's just so inconvenient I can't do it. But this time it's not that way, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. And to make sure we have the best possible clean system on the other side. So here we go. You can hear that? That's our nitrogen trickling out. After I'm done, I run some more nitrogen through the pipe. We'll cool everything down in a minute and pressure check it, and as long as it's good, we'll move on to pulling a vacuum while I do the other connections. And guys, I didn't get much video of the end of the thermal zone install because the homeowner was hanging out most of the rest of the time. So, but we were squared away. Our head pressure ran a little bit higher than normal, which is not too abnormal since our evaporator was probably 12 SEER. So we were shooting for about 230 and we were at 250, so a little higher than normal. Our suction pressure was dead on for the chart. We took a chart using suction pressure and indoor temperature, so we went by the suction pressure being correct. There's a TXV outside, and our head pressure at that correct suction temperature was a little high. Not too awful bad. So I'm heading now to a service call up near Porter's Neck, which is kind of like a little suburb of Wilmington. Go down to 17 toward Jacksonville, and it's about 5 minutes north of Wilmington. So I'm going to check and see what's going on there. This is call number 2. I still have a third call, and then pick up a turkey. So we'll see what's going on. Hey guys, I just got done with my last service call for today. My wife got sick, so I had to head home for a little while. I had one more, but I called her and she said I could come tomorrow, which is good. So the day before Thanksgiving, I have 4 calls so far. Check a gas pack downtown Wilmington, changed the blower in it, and I think I've already talked about that one. The second one, start up a gas pack for a man who had a system put in by ignoramuses, I guess, because it has a static of 1 point something. So we're going to start it up and see how it performs. And then number 3 will either be rooftop unit, the old Dirty Amana unit. I told them I needed to rebuild a blower bracket or build something to keep it from sliding around. I don't know if the OEM part's available. I'm not even going to bother with finding out. I'm just going to put some sort of little bracket together to keep it in place. Get that unit going, clean it up. They said it won't work in heat. Well, the reversing valve wires are cut, if y'all remember. So that's the reason why it doesn't work in heat. I'm assuming all it's using is strip heat. I'll be interested to see what it even does in heating mode. Last call will be trailer furnace, no heat, blows cold air, so something wrong with the sequencers probably. So we'll see about that. I don't know what will happen. Hopefully tomorrow goes smoothly as far as family sicknesses, and I can complete those 4 calls and get on to Thanksgiving, one of my favorite holidays, because the food kicks ass, and I love it. So it's the end of the day. Tuesday before Thanksgiving. Hopefully we can finish the rest of the week up like gangbusters. Come this spring, I'll be running down the highway. So much more to sing about. Guys, here we are, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Here's the truck I was putting an oil in yesterday, now helping the van get started. It's been sitting in my driveway because there's some issue with it. It causes it to shake pretty violently when we're driving. So we're going to shake it on up to the repair shop so we can take a look at it over the holiday. And I had to jump it off because it's been sitting here for a while. But our day begins. We have plenty of calls to do today, but we have to go get the turkey because I couldn't get it yesterday, and try to finish all the calls. Good luck. Alright guys, we have the turkey back at the house. Fresh turkey picked up from Billy's Pork and Beef in Wallace, North Carolina. Ready for tomorrow. My wife cooks the Thanksgiving turkey for her family. Then we go to my mother's and she makes a turkey for our family that evening. So it works out really well. And now I'm going back to service calls because I just left the family. We went and picked up the turkey. Drop the car off at the mechanics. Hopefully that'll be okay. The truck's going to go into the mechanics next week while my wife's in the hospital. And hopefully we'll get it ironed out. Because like I said, I feel like the truck's misfiring. So I check engine light. One of the wheel bearings, you know, I don't know how, it just seems like you can hear one of them when you hear that wah 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 wah, which is how you communicate with the mechanic. It's like being on the other end of the customer-technician relationship, because I'm going into him going, the car makes this noise, wah 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 wah. And in the past that's been wheel bearing, so that's what I'm going with this time. So, which is fine. It needs to be repaired. I've listened to the noise for long enough. So hopefully that'll get done next Monday and Tuesday. Then I can get back to work, and the wife will be home recuperating. But for today, Wednesday before Thanksgiving, I have as many calls as I want to cram in one day, which is good. But I don't know if I'll be able to finish all of them. And some of them are not life or death, but some of them are no heats, which are important. No heat on the trailer furnace will have to be done today. I already have an appointment to start up a gas pack. I'm not going to change it now because it won't take very long. But no heat on a Heil gas pack. That's going to be done first. That's where I'm heading now. And then we have a couple other things that I can do. Changing out a heat strip where only one bank of heaters working. And let's see, what else is there? Seems like there's another one. I don't even remember. Must not have been important. So, I'm heading downtown Wilmington, guys. I'll catch you up. Check you later. Check you later, bro.
Something happening no one will believe. Says the world is shaking, his eyes turning red. Its anger is airborne, flying over their heads. It won't be too
guys,
long
here at this
now.
ICP gas pack. It's watching supply temperature from inside. The testos on it. It's looking fine over there. Gas pressure over here. Adjusting gas pressure with my screwdriver. Got the hole drilled right there because outside there is not a really great spot. So we're gonna see. We were limiting out before, but I had to change the blower speed, and the gas pressure was way too high before. It was up almost near 4. So I'm gonna see how it runs this time, and we'll make any further adjustments we need to get this old beast rolling. Well, maybe my final call for today. Sun's going down behind the trees. Way to fix a trailer furnace up here in Rocky Point. Not too far away from where I live. Just missing one thing. The homeowner. She's going to be here in a few minutes. So, maybe wrap this thing up. I might go put that heat kit in today. I might not. Let's see what happens here first, I guess. Life or death, right?
Streets are hysteric at the ideas of hell.